Are you a new agent looking for ways to jumpstart your business? Or maybe you've been in the business for some time and your business has gone stale and you need some fresh ideas on how to get your business running again? Well, if that's the case and you're either one of those people, then this is the right show for you. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about a few items that you should be doing right away that'll help to get your business back on track in the shortest amount of time as possible and deliver you sustainable results going forward. Hey everybody, my name is Romeo Santos and I'm a 23-year veteran of the real estate industry in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. I've had the benefit of being a solo agent and a mega team owner and everything in between over my 23 years, and I've now moved on to a new chapter where I am helping to coach other agents through their business struggles, the same ones that I went through all along my journey. And I am excited to share with you today some of those tips, tricks, and tactics that you should be implementing right away to make sure that your business starts to take off. All right, so what we're going to talk about today is what you can do right away to start to get your business on track, not only for the here and now, but for the long term of your business. Now, here's something that most agents never do, even if they've been in the business for 10 years or more. Every time I meet with a new agent, there's a few questions that I ask them. Number one is, do they know their KPIs? Well, KPIs stands for key performance indicators, and the majority of the time they don't, because unfortunately most agents treat their job as a hobby and then they get paid like it's a hobby instead of treating it like a business so that they can get paid like a business. So here's what you need to do if you really want to get your business jump started. Again, as a new agent or as an agent whose business has possibly gone a little stale. First and foremost, you really need to make sure that you gather your database and that you get your database organized. What am I talking about? Well, this thing right here probably holds every element of your database. All of the people that you know as well. You probably have a ton of leads in there as well. And what you need to do is you need to take all of those people and you need to put them into a CSV file, and there you'll be able to actually begin to gather pertinent information about them. Now, if I could go back and restart my business, there are a few things that I would do, or if I had to restart my business today, a few things that I would do. First and foremost, I would download everybody out of my phone book, and I would go about gathering every piece of information that I could gather about them so that I could set them up on regimented, systematized plans of communication throughout the year. So what are those pieces of information that I'm talking about? Well, I'm talking about things like their birthday, their wedding anniversary, their home anniversary of their purchase if they worked with you, and even if they didn't work with you, if they bought a house before you ever did get into the business, or if they bought a house with somebody other than you, doesn't mean that you can't still wish them a happy home anniversary. You want to find out things about them like their kids' names, the pets' names that they might have, if they have any other special dates in their lives, if they have any losses or anything really special about them. What religion are they and what holidays do they celebrate? All those things are really key. And so I would go about developing a lot of information about them. I would also go into social media and I would start to stalk them and find out what are their likes and their dislikes. And I would make notes about those things. And you'll see why in just a moment when I talk to you a little bit more about how we're going to use all of this information. But to get started, what I would do is I would get everybody's account, their data record, as complete as I possibly could. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that information to strategically communicate them through my 100-point touch plan. Yes, you heard it right. It's no longer just a 33 touch that you need to get your clients to convert or to get you referrals. I really believe that you need to touch them 100 times. And I know you're saying, when in the world would I ever actually help anybody buy or sell real estate if all I'm doing is talking to people? And that's where automations come into play. And that's why all of this information is really important. So once I've gotten all of that information gathered in the best place possible, I like to use a spreadsheet to get started. I then want to load that into my CRM. Now, depending on the brokerage you are, you may have a great CRM or you may choose to buy your own CRM. That's totally up to you, and I will certainly do some videos later about the different CRMs, the pros, the cons, and the ones that I think are really robust. Then after I've uploaded them to my CRM, I'm going to begin the process of tagging them. I'm going to tag them with things like likes likes boats, likes baseball, has a June home anniversary, has a June birthday, I'm going to enter their birthday. I'm going to add special fields if I need to, like child number one's name, child number one's birthday, pet's number one name, pet number one birthday, wedding anniversary, you name it, college graduation anniversary. As many data points as you can possibly gather on these folks is going to be the key. Now that I've got all of that put together, I'm going to begin to set up some automations. Well, some of the most basic automations that you can set up are just simply task reminders. A task reminder such as a week before somebody's birthday that you get a reminder to go in and write a card to them and mail them a birthday card. And then again, another reminder on the day of their birthday to actually call them. And in that process, you're going to call them and say, "Hey Tom, how are you? Just wanted to call you and wish you a happy birthday. By the way, did you get my card?" "Oh my God, yes, Romeo, I sure did. And that was so thoughtful of you. Thank you." Those are the moments that you're building rapport and you're ingraining yourself into their memory. Because if you're like me, you've got plenty of people in your database that know more than one real estate agent, if not a handful of real estate agents. And it's really important that you set yourself apart. I'm also going to begin to do things like set them up on property alerts if they're homeowners. Also, I'm going to set them up on property search alerts if they're not a homeowner. I'm also going to make sure that I add them to my newsletter. That newsletter will go out to them monthly. I'm also going to find a way to have at least quarterly giveaways or events of some sort that I can reach out to them in a multitude of different ways. So in essence, what I'm doing is I'm building the backbone of my business. Because you see, at the end of the day, it's your database that's the valuable element of your business. Because we can all sit on the phone and bang them out every single day and call for sub owners, call it expireds, and we can call leads. But at the end of the day, the point of the business is to build a business that people come to you, right? You don't open the doors of a restaurant and hope that you can then spend the rest of your life sitting in the office calling people and asking them to please come to your restaurant. You hope that you do that one time and then people through word of mouth and through a great experience keep coming back to your restaurant. It's no different in your real estate business. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Romeo, I haven't heard you say that you're asking them for business, and that's because you don't. This is my opinion, of course, and I'm sure tons of people are going to argue with me about this, and that's fine. They can do that. But I have a 99% repeat business of referrals and past clients and friends and family that I can use to show that this actually works. Yes, that's right. I don't buy leads, and yet I can still sell on average well over $15 million a year in real estate with ease and probably in about 30 hours a week on a busy schedule. But the reality is, typically it takes me about 20 weeks to do that. That's what gives me time to do things like this for you, which I love doing and really fills my bucket. So what are you going to do to communicate that you're a real estate agent then? Well, it's a great question, and I'm happy that you asked. Well, there are a couple things that you're going to do. First and foremost, you should be on video. I don't care what you look like, and I don't care how subconscious you might be about being on camera. You must be on camera. If you're not on camera, people are not going to know you. It's a huge game right now where people can still make a name for themselves on social media by recording themselves, sharing valuable information, doing property tours. And for the love of God, please don't post that you just sold another house. Nobody cares. That's your job. Share value. Show them beautiful homes. Tell them how much it costs, what a mortgage amount might be on that. Share with them information about different mortgage programs that are coming out. Pair up with a lender. Go and do property tours and show them how all the beautiful new finishes that are really trending right now. Talk to them about how to win in a competitive market if they're buying or selling. These are the types of things that are going to reinforce the fact that you're a real estate agent and that you're a pro, because when you communicate with them regularly and then they see your stuff on social media, it just automatically mirrors together. And then your phone begins to ring with people saying, "Hey, would you come and list my house?" And I don't know about you, but my favorite type of listing is a come list me listing. Okay? So that's going to be a very important element of your business. But that's not it. Because with all of this information and all of these desires to make 100 touches, and I'm going to go through detail on this in a different video, what my 100 touch plan is. And I also have this plan that you can get from me if you're interested in getting it. Now, One other element that I think is really important that a lot of people miss out on, and it's not because you really expect your whole database to show up, but again, because it reinforces that you're a real estate agent and it reinforces that you're an expert. And that is to do at least quarterly classes where you either do a first-time buyer seminar, or you do a first-time home seller seminar, or you do buying your first investment property seminar, or saving on taxes through real estate seminar. Something that talks about real estate that's free, that you can invite them, but yes, you guessed it, their friends also, because the name of the game is growing your database to be larger and larger. Because the reality is your database, your met database, meaning people that you have met and they have met you, is a ratio of 2 to 12. Yes, that's right. For every 12 people you have in your database, you should expect 2 transactions a year as a result of those 12 people. So do the math. How many people do you have in your database? How many transactions should you be getting? And how many transactions are you actually getting? Now go and figure that out. Now there's a lot more that I can dive into this, but like I promised, I was going to keep these to digestible bite-sized nuggets that you could watch quickly or listen to while you're heading down the road to an appointment that could give you inspiration to do things. Now, at the end of the day, you might need help with the implementation. And if you ever do, I am a professional real estate coach, and I'd be more than happy to have a consultation with you to see if my services would work for you, or if I can help you get introduced to a coach that might be a better fit for you. Either way, I'd love an opportunity to meet you and talk with you and learn about your business and just share some thoughts with you. Obviously, no obligation to work with me ever. Like I said earlier in my first video, I'm not here to sell anything, but I am here to provide value in any way that I possibly can. Hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments and I'll be sure to get back to you. Thanks so much and have an awesome day.